Hi, this is Shar, second half of Char and Shar with Love Reconciled. And today I am taking the time because I wanted to give you guys some really important information. There is a new SBA loan called Paycheck Protection Program Loan, and it's for small business owners like you that have been impacted by the coronavirus. And so they've come up with a loan that is really easy and is unbelievable. And I want to share some information with you guys about it. So this particular loan, you do not have to be a nonprofit. You can be a for-profit, sole proprietor, independent contractor, LLC, corporation. You have to have less than 500 employees. The amount of the loan is a maximum of $10 million. And like I said, did I say it was forgivable loan? And how it works is you get the loan amount. So you kind of calculate what you've made on a monthly basis or your payroll for a monthly basis. For example, let's suppose you have you might have a payroll of $50,000, or maybe you have a payroll of $10,000. So you take that amount and then you calculate it times pretty much 250%. I think it comes to 2.5. I think that's how it's calculated. And then that's the amount of the loan. If you use it for payroll, utilities, mortgage, over 8 weeks, the loan is forgivable, and you have to have proof that you used it for that. Now, if you give yourself compensation, the compensation as a business owner, like suppose you're an independent contractor or sole proprietor, and you give yourself compensation, and that's what we do. For it can't be over 100,000 for that year to be able to use it. Also, another rule is that you should have been in business February 15th through June 30th of 2019 and to be able to use the loan. Then there's some other rules, so you can just Google SBA Paycheck Protection Program to find out specifically what the rules are if you qualify. And let me tell you how it works. So what I did with the client yesterday, we filled it out for him and his bank, and it was manual. So his bank is a small bank. We did it manually, right? But a lot of banks will require you to do it online. We're with Chase. They've sent us emails letting us know that we're going to get, they want us to do it, and they're preparing for it. So they haven't come up with their own online process yet. But this is one of the easiest loans. I can't even stress how easy the paperwork. Actually it's 2 pages, but it's really simple. You can't believe it. Literally, it can take you probably less than 10 minutes. And then you just also submit your income taxes for 2019. So, and they might request if you have other employees that are on payroll, maybe with ADP or something like that, or payroll services, that you submit that paperwork as proof that you have payroll. But if you're a sole proprietor, independent contractor, then pretty much you're just going to have your taxes. And then after that, that's it. So it's really simple. So I'm going to show you real quick how to do the form manually, and your bank will either request it manually from you and you submit all the supporting documents, or they're going to ask you to submit it online, which is probably going to be a much easier process since you're just going to upload everything and submit it. But we'll start that in just a moment. And I encourage you guys to really, don't count yourself or your business out, that you try to, go for this particular loan, because I think it can help you weather this storm of the corona, because it's affected all of our businesses, and you don't want to be, lose things that you've worked so hard to acquire. Okay, so now this is the form. First, before we start the form, I wanted to let you know that just because you fill this out, I'm not saying 100% you're going to be approved. That's going to be up to the SBA, and that's going to be up to your bank. So it's going to be a lot of variables as far as you being approved. First of all, do you have a criminal background? Do you have bankruptcies? What is your credit score? So those are different things that I'm sure they're taking into consideration as far as you've been approved. Also, how long have you been in business, and do your numbers make sense? So those are the things. So starting off, I just want to make that disclaimer. I'm not telling you you're going to be approved 100%. I'm just saying this SBA Paycheck Protection Program loan is available for business owners. Okay, so this particular form, we got it from a bank, but you can either email me to get it and I'll send it to you, or you can Google Paycheck Protection Program, SBA Paycheck Protection Program form, and the form number, control number is 3245, and the expiration date on this particular form is 06/30/2020. So you want to make sure that you're getting the most current form and using the most current. Okay, so let's go through the form. It's very simple and it will not take you long to fill out. So as you see at the top, it says if you're a nonprofit, asking if you're a nonprofit, veteran, tribal, I don't know what CONT mean. I don't know what that is, but anyway, independent contractor. Okay, and then self-employed. So you're going to click one of those if they apply. If you're an Inc. or LLC, then you're just going to put in your business name and put if it's an Inc. or an LLC. So I'm going to come up with a business name called The Best Company Inc. And it asks the next one, I'm over here, DBA or trade name. That's if you're doing business as a different name. I'm going to say doesn't apply because I'm not. I'm going to put in, and these are not real information. I'm going to put in a business address, 1234 The Best Street, Suite 204. Okay, my EIN or Social Security. If you're a sole proprietor and you do business under your Social Security, then you're going to put your Social Security. If you do it under an EIN, you're going to do it under an EIN. So anyway, let's do it under an EIN. That's what we use for business. And I'm going to put in a fake EIN number. I'm just going to make one up. I hope it's nobody's EIN. I don't even know if that's the right many numbers. Okay, I'm going to put in a phone number, and it's going to be a fake one. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a state, and I'm going to put, let me see, I'll put Cleveland, Ohio. I don't even know what their zip code is. And then I'm going to put a name. I'll put Shar. I'll put Shar. And I'll put an email. wespeak at Love Reconciled. Okay, it's pretty little, but okay. Now, I'm going to put, so what you're going to do with the payroll, you're going to put how much is your monthly payroll per month. So if you have 20 staff members, you're going to put that number. If it's just you as a sole proprietor, you're going to put that number. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to put in, let's use 20,000. Okay, so the loan amount is going to give you 250% more than the loan amount, or 2.5% more. That's the calculation that they're using. So you're going to take 20,000, and that's a month, times 2.5, and it comes to 50,000. That's what you're asking for as far as the loan. Okay, so it's asking how many employees or number of jobs is it, and you're going to put that number. If you have 100 employees, you're going to put 100. If you have 10, you'll put 10. So let's suppose you're a sole proprietor, and let's say you're a husband and wife team, like my husband and I. Then you're going to put 2 in that number. Okay, so then down here where it has payroll, rent, and different things like that, you're going to click on payroll. If you want to say put rent in there, or your mortgage, and then utilities, and then if you have another category that you want also included in that number, then you can just click other, and then you can put what that other category is. Okay, so now we're going to go down here to the owner name. I'm going to put my name, and I'm going to put Shar as the owner, and title I'm going to put owner, and then ownership I'm going to put 100%. Now if you have if it's multiple owners, you're going to put both owners' names on there, and you're going to break down the ownership percentage. Like if it's 49 and 51 or 50-50, that's what you're going to do. Then you're going to put your social security number here as the owner. You're not going to unless you go through an EIN, you're going to put the social security number. So I'm going to just make up a social security number. Hope it's nobody's social security. And then where it says address, I'm going to put the actual my home address. You're not going to put the business address, you're going to put the home address. So I'm going to put my address. I must love that number 1234, but I'll put a different number now. And I don't have enough to put it on the whole thing, the whole column. So as you put information in that column, it actually shrinks it. So I actually can put the whole thing here, because you can see that let me put Cleveland, Ohio. You see how it's getting smaller, and then I'll put 34. Okay, so there it is. The whole address is actually there. But if you wanted to, you can just put part of the address here and then the other part on the second line. Okay, so then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go through the questions. These questions are asking about different things like suspensions, bankruptcies, and different things like that. So either the questions are going to be a yes or they're going to be a no. Based on my personal information, I'm going to put no for these. And so you're just going to go through, read it, and then you're going to put yes or no.
Read the question.
I'm not going to go through the questions. They can read them for themselves. Okay, and then I'm going to click here, no and no. And then where it has, where you initial, you must initial. You cannot initial by just typing it in. You have to actually initial. They actually need to have your real initial. Now, obviously, if you do it online, then you're not going to have to do that. But with a paper copy, they're going to want your real initial. Okay, so the second part of the form is basically just certifying that the business in each person that has 20% or greater ownership. So if you have a partnership and someone has at least 20%, they also have to, be on this loan as well. But anyways, let's suppose again it's just you as the owner. You're 100% owner, and I think let me go back up. I put 100% right. So let's just go back. So here you're just initialing and saying pretty much current economic uncertainty makes the loan request necessary to support the ongoing. They're going to ask you a lot of questions to certify that you qualify or to be able to be considered for this loan. And you're just going to just initial all of these all the way down to indicate that you are submitting because you qualify based on their terms and conditions to be able to get the loan. And then that's it. And you're going to, sign here, and you're going to print here, and you're going to put the date in your title, and then that's it. And you submit it. If your bank requests that you have it to them manually, you're going to submit this with whatever attachments that they request. They might attach the request like I said, your tax returns, and if you have any payroll paperwork as proof, and then they will process it for you, and they'll let you know if you will be approved or not approved. And I hope that you'll be approved. Okay, so we went through how to fill out the form, which I think it was pretty simple, hopefully. And now you've printed your name, signed it, put your title and the date of the form, and you're ready to submit it. What you need to do is contact your local bank representative that you should have been dealing with already in the first place, and let them know that you have everything done and you're ready to submit your form. So you want to make sure that, do they want it in hard copy with the attachments, or do they want it online? If they want it online, what you're going to do is just take the information and take it from the form and submit it online. Type it in and submit it online with your attachments. And then you're going to see what happens. So I'm so happy to be able to share this information with you, and I wish you blessings and favor as far as being able to get this loan, and so it can help sustain your business and everything. And if this information was helpful to you, then please be sure to subscribe and ring the notification bell so you can be contacted when we have new videos come out. And also be sure to like with the thumbs up, and be sure to share our information so other people that need this information can know about this loan as well. And again, this is the SBA Payment Protection Program loan, and I am rooting for you. See ya.